Hello students, today I am going to teach the topic from virtualization to cloud computing. So let's proceed with the journey virtualization to cloud computing. Virtualization in a cloud computing is making a virtual platform of server operating system and storage devices. This will help the user by providing multiple machines at the same time. It also allows sharing a single physical instance or an application to the multiple users. Cloud virtualization also manage the workload by transforming traditional computing and make it more scalable, economical, and efficient. As application development, deployment, and runtime management have always been reliant on development platforms such as Microsoft.NET, WebSphere, or JBoss, which have been deployed on premise traditionally. In the cloud computing context, applications are generally deployed by cloud. So, cloud computing can also be known as service and application delivered to help the virtualized environment. This environment can be either public or private. With the help of virtualization, the customer can maximize the resources and reduces the physical system which is in need. As we are implementing the virtualization things into a cloud computing part. So there are certain advantages of application development in the cloud, that as we know, cloud platform reduce the overall development time of software project. This is largely due to the cloud platform ability to streamline the development process, including the ability to quickly get the development assets online. Moreover, cloud platforms provide the ability to collaborate effectively on development efforts. Also, cloud development is one of the platform where they will provide the platform in terms of platform as a service as well as infrastructure as a service as an public cloud. We have number of examples for that, as a Google, then Amazon Web Services, then Microsoft, then Salesforce. This offers cost savings and better quality of services. Also, there are certain benefits of the application development in the cloud. Now, what are that benefit? The benefit in terms of the ability to self provisional development and testing environment. Now, what is exactly self provisional development and testing environment? Number of cloud providers exist nowadays. They act as a IDE themselves, that is a integrated development environment. So in that environment you can design your forms, design your GUI, then also you can write the code for your application. Once you written a code for your application, also you can test by running that application on a same environment or same platform, and whatever bugs or whatever errors Also, you can resolve it on a same cloud platform. That's why it's benefit in terms of self-provisional development and testing environment. Also, it benefit in terms of the ability to quickly get applications into production to scale those applications as required. Then the ability to collaborate with other developers, architects, and designers on the development of the application. Adds different environment working with an cloud application like an Microsoft.NET WebSphere or JBoss, which have been deployed on premises traditionally. In the cloud computing context, applications are generally deployed by the cloud providers to provide high scalable and elastic services as many end users as possible. Also, cloud computing infrastructure needs to support many users to access and utilize the same application services with elastic allocation of resources. This has led to the enhancement in development platform technologies and architecture to handle performance. That is also enhancement in terms of security, resource allocation, application monitoring, billing, and fault tolerance. Cloud provides ADE as a platform, that is application development environment as a platform. In terms of platform as a service, there are several solutions available in the PaaS market, that is platform as a service market, including Google App Engine, Microsoft Windows Azure, Force.com, then Manjarasoft Aneka. Now we are going to deal with this different cloud service provider who are providing the platform as a service for the application development environment. As we have discussed that these are the different CSPs, that is a cloud service provider who are provides the application development environment platform as a service like an Windows Azure, Google App Engine, Force.com, and Manjarasoft Aneka. Let's talk about every cloud service provider which are present in this market. Let's talk about Windows Azure. That is a Microsoft Azure. It also called as a Windows Azure. Windows Azure provides a wide array of Windows-based services for developing and deploying Windows-based applications on the cloud. It makes use of architecture provided by Microsoft to host these services and scale them seamlessly. The Windows Azure platform consists of SQL Azure and .NET services. The .NET services comprise of access control services and .NET Service Bus, as Windows Azure is a platform with shared multi-tenant hardware provided by Microsoft. Windows Azure application development mandates the use of SQL Azure for a relational database management system, where you call as a RDBMS functionality, because that the only coexisting database management system functionality accessible in the same hardware context as the application. Now, as this Windows Azure, it is a Microsoft Azure, which is one of the topmost CSPs, that is a cloud service provider in the market of platform as a service. In this environment, you can develop number of applications with help of different fourth GL languages like an Visual Studio, Visual Studio.NET, ASP.NET, and so on. It is not only to provide the development interface, as well as it will provide the backend support in terms of the database, that is a relational database management system, as we can create different kinds of database like an SQL Azure. Also we can deal with Cosmo database. So runtime you can connect your application with this database. So it is a one of the IDE where you can develop your app as a platform as a service. Also it will provide such kind of facility, that is support of the relational database management system, that is one of the services offered by a Windows Azure, and it is a topmost cloud service provider in this today's market. Number of companies, those who are doing software development, whether it's a small scale company, middle scale company, or multinational companies, they also subscribe for this platform as a service as a Windows Azure. They have subscription of this cloud service provider. With the help of the subscription of the Windows Azure, these IT companies, they are going to develop their application with the help of the Azure platform, and they will feel very easy while developing any kind of application, because all the technical support as well as language development, coding, testing, database support, everything they will get it in terms of Windows Azure, that is the services offered by the Azure. And whatever services they are going to use, as every cloud service provider uses concept of a pay as you go, so on a basis the bill is going to charge. So this is all about Windows Azure. It is a one of the application development environment platform as a services. Let's talk about the Google App Engine. Here the Google App Engine provides an extensible runtime environment for web-based application developed with Java or Python, which leverage huge Google IT infrastructure. Google App Engine is offered by Google Corporation. Its key value is that developers can rapidly build web-based applications and their machines and deploy them on the cloud. Google App Engine provides developers with a simulated environment to build and test applications locally, and any operating system or any system that runs a suitable version of Python and Java language environment. Google uses the JVM, that is a Java virtual machine, with Jetty servlet engine and Java data object. As we know, Google, a general user, they are going to use it for the storage purpose. But with this, Google is also famous for the one of the cloud service provider, that is called as a GCP, Google Cloud Platform. And whichever, whether it's on Google, whether it's on Microsoft Azure, whether it's on force.com, or whether it's on Microsoft Aneka, everywhere they are providing the computing services. A computing services is basically what it is, a implementation of virtualization in the cloud environment. So with the help of this computing services or computing resources, we can create number of virtual machines as per the user needs or enterprise need, and also you can implement your application on the created virtual machine. Also we can implement the concept of load balancers with the help of these services. So it is what it is, fully implementation of virtualization in the cloud platform or cloud environment. As there is another example who are present in a market, that is a force.com. So force.com is a development and execution environment and is the best approach for platform as a service for developing customer relationship management, that is a CRM based application. With regard to this, the design of its platform and the runtime environment, it is based on the Java technology. The platform uses a appropriate programming language and environment called as a Apex Code. So Apex Code is mostly associated in the force.com, that is one of the cloud service provider. And in this Apex Code environment, the platform uses different programming language and they are having a reputation for simplicity in learning and rapid development and execution, as this is one of the application development environment, that is a force.com. Let's talk about the Manjrasoft Aneka. So Aneka is a distributed application platform for developing cloud applications. Aneka can sim together any number of Windows-based physical or virtual desktop or servers into a network of interconnected nodes that act as a single logical application execution layer. Also, Aneka-based clouds can be deployed on a variety of hardware and operating system, including several flavors of the Windows and Linux operating system families. Aneka provides a flexible model for developing distributed applications and provides integration with external clouds such as Amazon EC2 and GoGrid. Also, Aneka offers the possibility to select the most appropriate infrastructure development deployment without being tied to any specific vendor. So, allowing enterprises to comfortably scale to the cloud as when they need it. That is happening in a Manjrasoft Aneka. That is a platform as a service where you can use it for the application development environment as well as full implementation of the virtualization. With this, we have cloud computing APIs. So, as we know, API are provided by some of the cloud service providers for development of the cloud application. The different cloud service providers who are providing the APIs such as Rackspace, IBM, Intel. Let's talk about these CSPs who are providing the cloud computing APIs. As in terms of Rackspace, developers have access to the API documentation and software development kit, that is a SDK, across all the Rackspace services at their developer site. Though Rackspace provides developers with the tools and resources necessary to create new applications and services on top of their APIs. Also, there is another cloud service provider present in a market whose name is IBM. They are also providing the cloud computing APIs. As IBM introduced new APIs which can be found at the IBM developer site, that is www.ibm.com or slash developers works. The introduction of the new APIs focuses on arming developers with the tools and resources to build new products, applications and services. Lot of benefits you will get it while using this IBM's cloud computing APIs. With this, Intel is one of the cloud service provider exists in a market those are also providing the cloud computing API, which is very helpful for the application development environment as well as implementation of the virtualization or offering services of the virtualization. As Intel has several SDKs, that is software development kits, that aimed at cloud computing developers. Intel has a cloud services platform beta where developers can download the SDK for identity based and cross platform services. The Intel Cloud Builders program brings together leading system and software solutions vendors to provide the best practices and practical guidance on how to deploy, maintain, and optimize a cloud infrastructure based on Intel architecture. And for developers seeking to use public cloud infrastructure services, the Intel Cloud Finder makes it easier to select providers that meet a developer's requirement. So these are the certain cloud service provider who are providing the cloud computing APIs like Rackspace, IBM and Intel, which is basically used for the application development environment as well as implementation of the virtualization. As cloud computing is a dominating the IT industry worldwide today, more and more companies and organizations are adopting the cloud model these days. Even though cloud computing is a new service delivery model, the underlying technologies have been in existence for a long time. Cloud computing uses many of the technological to achieve its established goals. As we know, in a cloud computing, the concepts like an SOA, SOC, service level agreement, so many things are bounded. With this, a cloud computing or cloud environment is one of the best platform for the software development. So the recent developments in each of these enabling technologies are highlighted with their advantages. Also, as we are implementing the virtualization in the cloud platform, there are number of major benefits of this virtualization. Now what are the benefits? We'll get benefits, that is in terms of security, will get benefit in terms of flexible operation, we will get benefit in terms of economical, then we'll get benefits as a eliminates the risk of system failure, then we will get benefit in terms of flexible transfer of the data. As we know, if you want to transfer the existing system on a cloud base, so simply you can perform the data migration with the help of these cloud services or cloud platform. As virtualization provides more and more security by providing certain credentials or particular creating the number of user under the one cloud service provider, and they are having their number of services. Not only they are providing the services, also they will provide the one short tour, one guidance about how to use different services. And these services, by using application development, they are very flexible in a operation. As well, it is affordable for different types of IT companies, whether it's a small scale, middle scale or multinational company. That's why it's fit in a economical point of view. So virtualization is one of the best solution in this cloud computing, and they are properly implemented in this cloud environment. As with the help of the virtualization in a cloud computing, companies can implement the cloud computing properly because of the virtualization. So this is a from virtualization to a cloud computing journey, and how it gets adopted in the industry. Thank you.